And good morning, everyone. Once again from Oklahoma City, I'm Steve Ross here at the OG&E Coliseum, the site of the 4-6s NRHA Derby presented by Markel. We are in day 2 of the first go-round. We're trying to get from 320 some down to 30 for Saturday night's finals. Let's catch up on a little bit of what we saw from the first section last night here in the Coliseum. Andrea Fapani and Do You Have the Dream came in marked 223 and a half. This is a full sister to Custom Dreams, Customize My Dream. The horse Andrea showed at the Run for a Million last year. I'm telling you, this one's owned by Devin and Jolene Warren, and they own the mother, and that great mare is making a case to put herself in that league with Wimpy's Little Chick. I mean, everything she has is unbelievable. Saw Andrea show this mare in Scottsdale a couple weeks ago, and man, he's really got her peak for here. Also, another up-and-coming young star, Alessandro Frassa and Shining Guns and Roses, was a 221 late last night. That should put him in the conversation to go to the finals. And I know these young riders, when they break through at these big events, it takes a huge amount of pressure off just to prove to everyone that they can do what they know they've been doing at home for quite a while. So an impressive run for Shining Guns and Roses. Another native Brazilian doing well there at Janice Laney's ranch. This is Leonardo Kellerman showing GT Major Money, and he knocked out a 220. Those are the 3 high scores from last night that put them in the conversation. And Leo, as always, putting in some great rides. But boy, the fireworks really started this morning, as I know people are going to say, oh, the judges, the scores are higher today. Well, the runs have been better. If you're here watching, I just want to show you some of the runs we've seen this morning. This is one more horse from last night that everybody wanted to see, Casey Deary and Bellissimo. The NRHA Futurity Champion came in with a 220. And look, he's been better. But remember, this was the last horse to make the finals going into the Futurity last year, and then blew everybody away. That's based on the composite of his 2 scores from the first go-round. Remember, he had a little trouble in the second go and marked a 212 and a half, was a 225 in the first go, so he snuck in and then dominated the finals. But then, as I said this morning, Sean Flaherty on Vintage Royalty, 224. Nice horse. The horse Brian Bell won the Invitational on last year. I talked to Sean a little bit this morning after he showed him. He loves him. Really felt like he went where he put him. Good run. Trying to change his turnaround a little bit just because this is one of those horses, you see him, he has so much stop. It's tough for him not to get a little rocked back, but the Hall of Famer really got him turned and stopped and circled this morning. Horse has so much action in the front end. That's a 224. That's currently got him sitting in a tie for second and third. But our current leader is this guy who is just on a roll, Casey Deary. You know, lately at these majors, we don't know which horse Casey's going to show up with and pop with. Today it was King Arthur. Custom Dreams was good for him yesterday, but only 218, 208.5. Well, King Arthur the second came in here, a dynamic run, 226. Chipped a little bit on him on that second step, but Casey able to cover it there. Other than that, this horse was dialed in. And you see another horse that just so good in the front end. Casey showed the mother. He's had him through his whole program, and he's really comfortable. That's a dangerous thing. So we look at the leaderboard now in the Open. King Arthur II and Casey Deary, owned by Malson, Archesi, and McLean, up there all alone at 226. Vintage Royalty and Sean Flaherty for Broken Board Farms, tied in second and third with a 224 with Jules Big Shot and Arno Honstetter. You know, top 10 yesterday, you had to be a 219 or better. Now that's up to a 221. So we've seen a lot better runs today. The quality's been a little better. Judges have reflected that. We got a whole afternoon to go. But we should start to be about halfway through by our 4 o'clock sports desk. So we may be able to project a little bit about what's going on in terms of what it's going to take to make to the finals. Let's move over to the Adequan Arena. We've got the Intermediate Open, the Limited Open, and the Rookie Professional showing this morning. And we've had some fireworks there. Dream On Wizard and Randy Dooley sat up there atop the leaderboard for a while, 216.5, and then here came Corey Hutchings and Johnny Be Good, one of the prettiest turning horses on the showgrounds. Corey went and grabbed the lead by a half a point with that 217, and it was a pretty run. This one owned by This Runs for the Girls. They were all cheering as Corey put in this 217 and took the lead. Unfortunately, that lead would be short-lived, as in the next set, we would see Colorado's favorite son, none other than Shane Brown, coming in here on Who Is Brandon. He takes the lead by a half a point with a 217.5, and this is a pretty run by the KG veteran, Shane Brown. Shane will go from the Coliseum showing the aged events to the Adequan showing in the ancillary events and be just as big a threat in each one of them. And this was a nice run. However, his lead would be short-lived too, as Sebastian Petrol came in the next set and raised it even higher to a 219.5, where the leaderboard was moving with every set that came in. Had 3 lead changes in 7 horses here in the Adequan Arena, but our current leader is a Magnum Shiny Ray and Sebastian Petrol with a score of 219.5, and that one's owned by the John and Viola Scott Living Trust. A very famous name in terms of horse ownership. Think about their great stallion, Magnum Chick Dream, and what a legacy he's left. So an exciting morning here at the NRHA. I'm going to jet over to the Bennett Center, and we're going to do awards for the rookie that took place last night. Got in late, so we're going to give those folks some love, and I'm excited about that. Join us between 4 and 5 this afternoon. We should have a much clearer picture of what's going on in the open division of the Derby happening right beside me. It should be exciting. Might even get a chance to talk to one of those riders. Until then, this has been Steve Ross at the 4-6's NRHA Derby, presented by Markel. Saying so long, everybody.